Welcome to Xi Jinping Briefing. The content of the briefing includes: our enemies are prepared for the fight. It's time to rearm to avoid World War III. How did this brilliant Chinese Rust Belt mark get made under Xi? China's angry investors skirt censors with replies to U.S. Embassy. Our enemies are prepared for the fight. It's time to rearm to avoid World War III. Telegraph. Politicians and commentators around the world are increasingly expressing concerns about the possibility of a global conflict. Donald Trump, Volodymyr Zelensky, Margarita Simonyan, Grant Shapps, and Jen Sir Patrick Sanders have all recently made statements suggesting that World War III is a real possibility. Historians and geostrategists have been warning for years that the shift from a unipolar world is dangerous. The relative strength of the US has continued to decline, while illiberal powers such as Russia, China, and Iran have moved from a vague anti-Western entente to a solid alliance. If the US withdraws from NATO and abandons Ukraine, it could further destabilize the world order. The author suggests that China might invade Taiwan, while Putin might take the opportunity to settle scores with other former Russian provinces. With the US focused on Taiwan, Europe could be left undefended. The British Army has been reduced to 76,950, while the Royal Navy has been run down. Furthermore, there are doubts about whether the UK has the will to fight. In order to avoid a wider conflict, the UK should help Ukraine push back against Russia or at least keep Putin tied down. It should also work on containing Russia, deterring China, and settling Iran. However, this requires increased defense spending. How did this brilliant Chinese Rust Belt mark get made under Xi? Foreign policy. The Long Season is a Chinese TV show that tells the story of two men, Wang and Gong, in two different time periods, 1998 and 2016. In 1998, Wang is a factory worker in a dying steel town, while Gong is an up-and-coming manager at the same company. The two men team up with a detective to investigate a murder, not realizing that it connects to Wang's own family. In 2016, the factory is closed, and Wang and Gong work as taxi drivers. When Gong gets cheated while trying to buy a car, they embark on a quest to catch the con artist, which leads them to uncover the unsolved murders from the past. The show is praised for its twisty, noir storyline, its masterful writing, and its impressive de-aging effects and acting. It also explores the economic and social devastation caused by industrial layoffs in northeast China in the late 1990s. The town of Hualien, where the show is set, is depicted as grim, backward, and plagued by poverty and crime. The characters in the show, particularly the male protagonists, are broken and aging, with failing bodies and no hope for redemption. The female characters, however, are portrayed as secondary to the male characters and lack depth. Despite the limitations imposed by censorship in China, The Long Season manages to tell a complete and untouched story. It is speculated that the show aligns with the current leadership's ideological goals of portraying the 1990s and its market reforms as corrupt and failed. However, the show does not present the present era in substantially better terms, emphasizing the weight of real suffering. The show has been praised by state media, but this is seen as a result of its popularity rather than a concerted campaign. Overall, The Long Season is considered a must-watch show and a testament to the artistic ambition that still exists in China despite censorship. China's angry investors skirt censors with replies to U.S. Embassy. Bloomberg. The U.S. Embassy in China's social media account has become a popular platform for Chinese citizens to voice their concerns about the economy and stock market. The comments section of the embassy's Weibo post on giraffe protection received over 53,000 comments and 300,000 likes. Chinese internet users often struggle to find a venue to voice their grievances about the economy or government performance, as official accounts of Chinese state agencies or media usually disable the comment function or only show selected feedback. The Chinese Communist Party has vowed to strengthen public opinion guidance on economic affairs and warned that negative comments would endanger national security. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Dr. Six, your resident observer from the 6-degree world. Today, we have some intriguing news to discuss. First, we have concerns about the possibility of World War III. It seems that politicians and commentators worldwide are expressing worries about a global conflict. With the decline of the US's relative strength and the rising power of illiberal nations such as Russia, China, and Iran, the shift from a unipolar world is becoming increasingly dangerous. If the US withdraws from NATO and abandons Ukraine, it could further destabilize the world order. The author suggests that China might invade Taiwan, while Putin might take the opportunity to settle scores with other former Russian provinces. With the US preoccupied, Europe could be left undefended. It's clear that rearming and increasing defense spending is necessary to avoid a wider conflict. Next, we have an intriguing Chinese TV show called The Long Season. It tells the story of two men in two different time periods, connected by a murder investigation. The show delves into the economic and social devastation caused by industrial layoffs in northeast China in the late 1990s. Despite censorship limitations, the show manages to portray a complete and untouched story. It goes against the narrative of market reforms being successful and instead emphasizes the weight of real suffering. The Long Season is hailed as a must-watch show and a testament to the artistic ambition that still exists in China despite censorship. Lastly, we have Chinese citizens using the U.S. Embassy's social media account as a platform to voice their concerns about the economy and government performance. Chinese internet users often struggle to find venues to express their grievances, as official Chinese state accounts usually disable comments or only show selected feedback. The Chinese Communist Party has warned that negative comments could endanger national security. It's fascinating to see how people find creative ways to bypass censorship and engage in public discourse. In conclusion, it's clear that the world is facing significant challenges, whether it be the possibility of war, artistic expression under censorship, or the limitations of voicing grievances. It's crucial for us to be aware of these issues and engage in meaningful discussions. So, my dear viewers, what are your thoughts? Do you have any ideas or questions about these news stories? Let's discuss. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.